Yeah, we've been here for several hours watching homes that were once intact just burn away, and it's been really sad. Just about 20 minutes ago, we were standing here, and a father and his two sons came through here, hoping that they could go down and go down into this area. They live right below this ridge right here, where there's probably about 100 homes that have been lost. They were hopeful that maybe they would find their home intact. They went down there to see how it was, and here's what the father, Michael McCrudden, had to say.
Let's look at the positive side of it. They got here and they saved the hospital and all the people in the hospital. That's very important. My family is safe. That's very important. Unfortunately, for myself and all the other neighbors, all the houses on Turnberry Circle are burnt down to cinder blocks in the basement. Everything is just coming in, and it's still burning at most houses. I think my family and I, we're all a little devastated. But I'm hopeful, so far from what I've seen on the news, is that nobody has been killed by this, and I hope it stays that way, because lives are more important than physical structures that we can replace.
So they went down there. They were hopeful, and obviously their fears were realized, and their home is gone. When I was talking with Mike, he said they got the evacuation notice earlier today, and he was home, and they spent about 15 minutes and gathered some things, thinking that this is just a precaution and they'd be back home, not realizing that after they left that would be the last time that they would see their house. And they did get some things and gather some things, but they pretty much lost everything, and it's pretty sad. They were telling me this home right here that we've been watching all night long, it's on the end of this neighborhood in the subdivision, Coal Creek Ranch. They know who lives there, and they've been watching it along with us, and watching how there was once a home standing when we first arrived, and it was fully intact, but then the flames started to come, and now you can see it is almost all gone. That's pretty much the story for a lot of the houses that are here. As you heard Mike say, there's just now a foundation, a pad, a basement that's left, and that's it. The rest of the house is gone. So we've been witnessing that. It is pretty devastating, and like he said, at least the one good thing to focus on is that at this time there are no reports of injuries or fatalities from residents, and hopefully it stays that way.
Hearing Mike talk to you, I mean, he really just personifies, I think, what's the best about Coloradans, especially when they're faced with tragedy. The very first thing out of his mouth, he says, "But the hospital right there, they got everybody out." Right?
You're worried about other people first. And Nelson is, I think he's probably a little bit in shock still. As you said, he had 15 minutes, but to have that deep of a view right away, to think of your hospital, your neighbors, and everyone else, and say, we had seconds, but we're good. We're good. We personally are good.
Yeah, and one thing that it's important to note, and they said this as well when I talked with him and his sons, is that even though they were brave enough to come down here and check out the neighborhood, they were watching our reports earlier, and they were saying, well, maybe their home was left standing. After going down there, they say, do not do what they did. It was still dangerous down there. There was still fire going on down there. So even though they went down there, they recommend that no one else follow suit.
Safest thing is to obviously stay away, and our brave crews like Nelson, who have been on these scenes all day, will bring you the information that you need to know, and obviously when the sun comes up, we'll have a bit more detail.
There's nothing you can do tonight.
Nothing.
There's nothing. And just hug the people you love and
stay safe. That's what you can do tonight.